Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative, and today we're doing a review with the Ray-Ban Metas on the Ray-Ban Metas. This has become really my favorite camera to use because it's literally here all the time. There are a few things that I wish were a little bit better, and there are some glitches that have become appearing as I've started using them. But this has really become it's always here. It's always right here with me. And let's get started with this. This is the 60-second clip. We're going to be doing multiple 60-second clips because that's the maximum record time that you can do. Then it stops, then you can start again, and you can do about 20 of these, and they take about 3 to 4% of your battery life. So just think about that while you're recording if you are like at an event and don't bring the charging case. This charging case. Well, by the way, if you can notice behind me, I have my TV on. The sound is normal to me. This is what I listen at. So I'm expecting the microphones to pick me up properly. I'm looking into a mirror. I'm looking at my eyes as if I'm looking at somebody else. I'm not looking at the camera. This is the privacy light. This is the camera right here. And again, I'm looking right at my face. But yeah, looking at the case. Let's start with this. So if you can see the inside of the case, the bridge, there are two little metal contact points. They go right here, they kind of slide right there, and they're supposed to charge. Now I've had some issues where I just kind of pop these inside, the light turns on here, and I'm like, okay, it's charging. But then the next morning it's like, oh, 40% charge or 60% charge. And then I notice that the contacts really didn't get touched. So that was we're getting close to that 60 seconds. Anyway, the thing is, I would like more of a confirmation, or I need to look up what the light patterns mean. But in no case did I see like red, like, oh, contacts not given. Whenever you open this up, it's green if it's fully charged. And then if it's yellow, I believe that means it is charging. I've never seen it go red, but that's really it. But you can see it's just like this regular Ray-Ban's case. The USB-C ports in here. I really like this. I wish they made this in black because that's kind of the aesthetic that I really go for. I think that that is great. But anyway, back to the glasses themselves. So you've been seeing me just tap here. Now there are two functions on this side. This is where all the controls is. This is where the camera is. If you want to, and out of the box it's set where if you take one tap, it's a picture, and a long press is a video. You can go inside the app and actually switch that. And that's what I do because I want to do more video than photos. So it's a single tap and it begins recording video. And then for me, long press and it takes a picture. And it's really responsive. I wear gloves now that it's getting cold outside and it just works. So it's the little button on top of here. I hope you can still see that even with the way I'm angling, but right above the Ray-Ban logo, I'm pressing down, that's a physical button. And another function that's going to be on the right side is the music playing function. And you can single tap to play music, you can double tap to start, oh wait, what is it? Oh, to go to the next song, triple tap to go back, long press to do like this Spotify AI playlist, and swipe up for volume up and swipe down for volume down. It's extremely intuitive. I think it works out really well. I've really liked this. It's just exactly what I've been looking for. For me, I kill the battery really quickly just because I'm always taking videos, I'm always taking photos, and I'm using this for music just when I don't have my AirPods. Now the AirPods will be much better sound quality, but this is just with me always. And because of that, it just makes it better. Now, one thing I'd have to say, if you're wearing a beanie, because now it's beanie season, that will enhance your sound. If you wear your hood up with your hoodie, that kind of will enhance the sound because that sound's being bounced back into your ear more than just kind of flowing out. But I do listen to podcasts, watch TV while I'm working, and if I'm talking to somebody else, they can't really hear what I'm hearing. And that's great. Not unless I turn up all the way up, then you can kind of hear that sound bleed out. But if you go to maybe about half and you're not in a noisy environment, then you can hear. On my bike rides, this is what I use pretty much now with just the beanie on, turn this up, and I can hear the music or the podcast, but then I can also hear everything else around me, and that is great. Me, I got the transitions lenses, and right now they're clear because I bike at night, and I use that kind of as a windshield because literally my eyes start watering if it gets below like 50 degrees. That's just something that I've always had to deal with. But these do become sunglasses, and this version is $379 before tax. There is a regular version where it could be maybe just sunglasses or maybe just blue light or different colors. That's $299. Then it's $329 for the polarized version of that. Unfortunately, I don't believe there's a polarized transitions, or else I would get them. One thing that I wish I could do, and I'm probably going to do this, is swap out, well, I can't really do this, swap out the frames. I am not the biggest fan of the matte black. I wanted the shiny black, but you can only get matte black with transition lenses at this point. There's kind of these pre-made choices. Another one of my favorites is a kind of, I think it's called Rebel Black. It's shiny black, but it's see-through. You can see the components on the inside, but it has these yellow lenses, and it's a little bit like, I don't want that all the time. I want clear to sunglass material with transitions because I want to be able to use these as sunglasses and regular glasses, not just regular glasses and another pair for sunglasses. I don't want to put these away. I literally want these on my face at all times. I wear these kind of as a style piece. I was wearing like these really thin gold and silver framed Ray-Bans just because they kind of classed up my look, but now I've moved to this because it's like the glasses I've had, but it's extremely functional. And by the way, they do say that every clear glass that goes to transition into sunglass has a little bit of that blue light protection. So for me, that definitely helps out. All in all, this has been a great experience, but here, let's talk about the glitches. When I say glitches, there is kind of like a glitch with the case, but if you see sometimes, follow me on Instagram, M8B9. I put a lot of videos there. There are some cases when I'm kind of like on my bike and I'm going and I expect to see like a clear, crystal clear picture from beginning to end. And the picture quality is amazing. But sometimes I notice at the beginning of clips, or maybe like a 3-second period, it kind of looks like you can see everything, but it's kind of glitching out. And another case is this drops frames. When I'm doing my smooth pan at like the Brooklyn Bridge, I will notice like, oh, it dropped a frame. Oh, it dropped another frame. And that's not always consistent. I want a consistent recording experience forever. I'm used to iPhones. I'm used to using my Canon camera. That's kind of just what I'm used to. It doesn't do this in every single video. Like you may not notice it in this video because I'm pretty much standing still looking into a mirror. I'm not really doing anything, but it's like I'm really nitpicky when it comes to video. If I want that smooth, perfect look, because this, you can get that out of it. I don't want those drop frames. I don't want the beginning of the footage to be a little bit pixelated. Now this moves on to another point where I wish you could record horizontally for YouTube, but it is more like a 5x4 portrait style, perfectly suited for Instagram and TikTok. Better for Instagram because this is a Meta Facebook company and Instagram is part of that too. That's just, I use Instagram. That's just what I use. I don't really use Facebook anymore. I have a Facebook account. I just don't use it. But Instagram, its integration works out really, really well. And again, I know that the original Ray-Ban Stories, they had a square like image, perfectly square, so I could crop 16:9 or portrait too. But for me, I would kind of like to go back to that square, and maybe if you post to Instagram, it could kind of intuitively crop this way, but I want it to be a little bit better horizontally too, because I'd be using this a lot more for YouTube as well. You're going to see this posted on YouTube in this orientation, and it's going to be a little bit odd compared to all my other videos. So right now we're taking a look at the app. and I was at 100% before, and it actually has found 12 pieces of media. Those are the 12 clips that I'm recording right now, and we're only down to 78%. 12 videos, now down to 77%. It's just connected by Bluetooth right now, so I could import, but I'm recording this, so I'm not going to. But the app, at the beginning, it was crashing a lot. But right now, the app is a lot better, and it's a little bit, like, it is just better. I haven't had it crash. I've only had it one time where it really just would not connect to Bluetooth. I had to turn the glasses off, put them in their case, restart the app, and it did connect, but it was just kind of odd that it wouldn't find the glasses. It was just a little bit odd in that case. But since then, the connection has been fine. Like, again, just opening the app, I can see the battery percentage here, and also right now 13 pieces of media to import, which means it recognized the new clip. Now when I put it in my case, I have it set to acknowledge my Wi-Fi and to automatically transfer the pictures and video into my phone. Honestly, I haven't had it actually do that. I have to open it up and hit import to have it connected. I'm not really sure why it's not accepting it, because it knows my Wi-Fi. Anyway, these have become my favorite piece of technology that I've gotten in the last year. I have an action camera, which I have lost faith in that company, so I'm not really going to recommend it, but I use it for point of view recording when I'm riding my bike, like a dash cam. I have my phone for quick recording and zooming in, like 5x zoom with the iPhone. That works well, and the picture quality is great. When I want to shoot more professionally, I have my professional Canon cameras, and I'll bring that. But very recently, I've really stopped bringing those cameras with me, using my iPhone as my primary, and this is like my secondary camera, but sometimes I just don't want to take the iPhone out of my pocket, and I just want to use this. And it's great. I'm just walking to the bank. I'm just doing whatever. This looks beautiful. I'm gonna record, or I'm gonna take a picture, and then I'm set. And then it's back to listening to music like this. I really, really like this. Another thing, you can probably see the privacy light on here. I've had people be like, oh, I didn't even know that you're recording. Right now, we're in a dimly lit room, and I did this on purpose to show you the picture quality, because you've probably seen the great videos that I take on Instagram. They're beautiful. If you take it, like maybe at golden hour, this records some really beautiful looking footage. Although I've had cases where I'm at a basketball game, maybe in the back seats, or I'm looking at the sun in maybe the sky, and it does have HDR, but it really blows things out. So maybe that will be improved in an update, possibly and hopefully. And again, those glitches that I was talking about, I really hope those can be improved too. That I really thought was going to be a problem is, what if my hands are in the way when I'm hitting this button here? But I realized the privacy light is here, the controls are here, the camera's over here. So unless I'm doing this, I'm not really getting in the way. You can see me kind of like record, and maybe that can take you out of like the point of view thing. But for me, it's literally like your hand's not in the way. It's been great. I'm loving this pair. I really just wanted the glossy black, and I really would like them to allow transition lenses stock, like on their website, with the glossy black. Because right now I would have to buy separate frames, these lenses, and swap, because I don't believe there's any first-party lens replacements yet. There are some third parties, but I don't know. I don't want to get those just yet. Another thing is, when I went to Sunglass Hut, which is where I got these, and I would recommend getting them because you can get an additional insurance policy for about $50, is they said that you can go to Lens Crafters and get these swapped out. I don't think the person who was telling me, who was the manager of the store, realizes that these lenses are different from the traditional Wayfarers. These lenses are different from the Stories, the previous generation. So I don't think you can actually do that yet, but I may go to Lens Crafters just to ask and see what they can do. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, we've recorded this. How many clips do we have? We have about 17. We're going to have 18 clips. and we've only gone down about 63%. So recording all of this video, I think this is doing a great job. And again, this is a camera that's always on me, but if you want to record yourself, you got to look into a mirror. You can't really, I mean, you can take this off, but it's kind of awkward. Guys, if you have any comments or questions, put it in the comment section below. Don't forget I'm on Instagram and Threads at m8me9. You can email me at creativenyc2023@gmail.com. If I've forgotten anything, let me know in the comment section, and I'll probably do another review because, again, this is something that I'm using always. Always, always. And by the way, last point, I've used these in kind of 40-degree weather, being hit by like the cool air on a bike, and I've used these in rain. So far, so good. Oh, and last, there's an off button on the inside here that you can switch these off if you just want these to be glasses, or if your battery is kind of low and you want to save that. And one last thing, there's a little light in here that I can see that I'm recording. Do you see the light kind of reflecting here? That's just kind of cool. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. See that flashing? I know we are almost done.